Offensive zone and getting a couple shots on that.
Jackets on the power play. Coaching his 200th game in the National Hockey League for the Blue. 4 of the shots. The Jackets, if you've just joined us, they lead this one.
They're still there. 2 we mentioned last game looked good in Washington, the pregame.
And down for the Jackets.
And it was the rhythm from all those penalties.
He gave Dave Metzel a great interview. Talked in terms of two-man advantage. That penalty box is full on the Pittsburgh side right now.
It's like, look, dang, the puck from your own teammate. And Wisniewski has got a howitzer.
Foligno wins the draw.
Pick up tips. He said, these guys that have been doing it for so long, they're owning me because I'm supporting and then making sure to get that puck all the way down the ice.
So the Jackets goal of the season, first shorthanded tally.
7 games of the regular season. Will it carry over? It is.
Doing that. Green, Blake Como on Gibbons.
Out the first. Mark Letestu with the tie-breaking goal that came on a power play. In professional hockey, a championship with the Chicago Wolves in his rookie year.
That's the right call.
Power play is sponsored. It was not lost on these guys that they played well
Off the ice, Reardon was right in his ear and tell him just settle down, calm down.
Dubinsky on the faceoff. Kicked on a cross and can be taken around.
When you have a 1-goal lead with 8:45 to go.
Matt Carey.
Only 20 power play goals against this Carolina Hockey Club. The All-Star break is coming back. The Jackets power
Right thing, it takes the body.
from the draw play. They had 1 shot on the previous attempt. The draw controlled by the Jackets. Connaughton and Wenberg. A brief 5-on-3. Jackets have got to get that. Jackets on the power play, 1 for 2 from the draw. Falk.
Creating that little power play advantage.
Nash off for hooking. And have scored on both their power play shots.
That's got to feel good for Sergei after that frustration towards the end of the first period. These are close as brothers, and they Lindholm is a centerman who take this game over the way Sergei's playing for sure right now.
Hanging onto one of his legs, it's a little bit different situation, but either way, to them.
Well, the guys coming off the ice got to come off a little quicker, to be honest with you. Goal, and they get a great power play opportunity here. Let's see if they can get shots and try. Carolina, a lot of credit. They're keeping the puck away from Pouliot when they can, and they're pressing, and the Penguins have allowed 18 on the season.
Bobby Farnham has drawn 3
A face-off. You don't get on it. Get on the puck. Got to get on it quick. Gotch.
Big penalty killing situation for the Penguins. And the fan
Here for the Canes.
Canes are 0 for 2 with a man advantage. That time, he really had a lot of time, didn't he?
Well, he did. I mean, he tried to stop.
He's got 2 already here in the postseason, and Anaheim to the man advantage.
Don't see a lot of 5-hole goals anymore, John, because everybody goes down. Well, if you listen to the goalie side of the story, it certainly is.
Yeah, they're the last line of defense. Working with a 2-0 lead. The goaltender in his Stanley Cup. Sagan 5th in the league in goals this year with 36.
One another, and talking to Brian Getzlaf this morning, he said, hey, I can hardly wait to take on those. Boudreau's message halfway through this first period seems to have set in because they have waken up down a little bit, not let the emotions get too much of them. Let's remember, this is a young team when you talk about they make a save, all I can do is drop down and hope it hits me. That time it did. It worked very, very good in front of the net. Help his team get started.
Tyler Sagan had just one. There is momentum to be gained. A 5-on-3 would be a good start. The first goal in the Stanley Cup playoffs for Jamie Benn.
On the scoreboard, perhaps change the momentum here for the Stars. That's a call automatically in today's game. And big power play for the Ducks.
Best face-off guy that Anaheim has, and found
chance to score. Perreault did a nice job of getting him the puck.
He's had a big night tonight.
It's just 2 for 21 in their last 10 games. Neutral zone formation, but this is where they are again with Bergeron taking the draw. The goal. We talked about it at the top of the broadcast. You know, the 11 straight appearances, 4 times in 9 chances. this season when down by 1 at home. Hamilton.
Cody Eakin in there with Jeff Carter. Carter works the puck
To take that hit and come back. Wow.
Horcoff wins the faceoff and gathered in by Eric. Scored a power play goal against the other in the season series so far in the third.
High stick. 3 minors in the first 10 minutes. Already. So big break for the Stars there.
Yep. Ben wins the faceoff. Sagan to Klingberg. He's up to Quick's right. Ben tying up with Kopitar wins it to
Sagan with goals in just 3 of the last 11 games for him, but tonight, Jonathan Quick.
Audi and Roussel jostling outside the line. Reguer. Klingberg has a goal and a helper.
The goalie has a helper, please. The circuit.
Spezza wins the puck, but Klingberg has to chase it out.
That is destroying. It's easy to call them Klingons, right? Going forward.
Power play though.
Aggressive in that area at both ends of the rink the rest of the night here. The Stars have been busy bumping.
Stars win the draw.
In the league in goals against.
They're 2 for 4. They have not scored 3 power play goals.
In front.
Los Angeles goal.
Penalty killers have had some trouble. They seem to pull up and get a kill when they need on Saturday night.
Visually inconvenienced King Henrik.
Stars come up with first period power play goal from John Klingberg. Sagan racing.
His assists and penalty minutes are up this season, but the goals are down.
Yeah, they got me. Except for the 2 guys earlier who went in.
Had a chance to get our camera on them.
San Luis from the
for the Lady Bing. He's won it 3 times as the most gentlemanly player in the league. But there were opportunities scoring.
Stars start the third period short. Third power play of the night for Dallas. They are 1 for 2. Klingberg has the goal. Fourth time in the game. They scored on their first one, have not scored since, and they lead 3-2.
His self-preservation shot block attempt that time.
He can help Spezza secure possession. Just missed the net.
That quick pass. This Kings power play 12th in the league. Power play goals. Their past 9 games. The Kings. Nyquist out there. He's got 12.
Job by the wings. Just got to get that puck and stuff it past quick.
An interference. Datsuk with Tatar and Abdelkader, Nyquist and Kron.
Make when you're on your back end like that, especially under pressure.
So the Red Wings go to their 4th power play. 44 points on the season. 34 of those have come in this building. Red Wings Bell Tire power play as they win the faceoff. Kronwall walks the fewer goals against, and the power play has been a huge story.
This goaltender is on.
Off the draw.
An opportunity to get themselves into the playoffs. A little bit too far back for both those clubs there. San Jose still out of the playoffs. They're going to be a desperate team come Thursday.
And their record by month and where they've stood, and here they go to a power play. Kendall and face-off control. The only 2 teams in the NHL who haven't lost consecutive games.
By the Kings on those 2 power plays and 8 saves by Gustafsson. 4 or 5.
Had a power play goal last night. They're 6 out of the last 26. There's not many more complete all-around defensemen in the entire league than Drew Doughty. But
Very often, that's not a good sign.
Minnesota on the power play.
Down or not, but it's like he didn't realize he was there and that close, and all of a sudden, boom. That's an awful call.
So the Wild go back to the power play.
Decided no, and the referee at center ice has called plays like that against Detroit on the other end of the ice. Walked right in, didn't do it.
Well, Howard was out in front of the blue, too, to make the save, cutting off the angle. That draw won by Datsuk.
Power play Minnesota.
An important face-off. At least 1 point out of here.
Yes, they do.
in and create a real good chance. Crawford with an outstanding save. Now the draw, won by the 5-on-3 for the home team for 51 seconds. Big face-off, it's pulled in front of Sharp and Keith to open it up. The draw. The territorial time with the puck has been in favor of the home team. And now it's 4-on-4 hockey. That's one of those you just can't happen.
Minor penalty, Chicago, number 6.
Minutes tonight.
Advantage of 13 of the last 16 games. Start with the second. Trails only Marcus Nazzle. But he jumps on this face-off. Krejci wins it. There have been many clamoring for this. Maybe not. And an early shot by Hamilton is off his skate, and he said enough. Soderberg loses a draw to Horvat. Edler rings the puck around. Sticking minor to Dan Hamhuis. Just past the 7-minute mark of the third. Bruin Krejci.
All it was one-handed play in the hands. It shouldn't have. Wheel right there and got himself in a real good position. But the
Bruins 0 for 1 with one shot. Stastny wins the face-off from Bergeron. Is in the box for another 135. Blues hockey sponsored by Bud Light.
100 by 200 ice surface in Finland, and he asks hockey club. He's a feisty competitor.
Had 6 goals in the American League. His first innings in the power play. Their power play ranked 3rd, 23.5%.
And Lindbaum is now. He rifles that high over the glass, just jumps on him.
And the Bruins kind of discomfort. Bruins won for their last 11 on the power.
You see that Rick Tocchet, Bill Guerin. Got high right around the neck area.
Blues 1 for 2 tonight. Power play. They win the face-off back
on the power play as of late. The Rangers are 0 for their last 18.
That they've struggled on the power play. Ducks come in 24th in the National Hockey League.
And they are just 3 for their last 39 power play spots. Getzlaf leading the Ducks with 65 points. He wins the face until the Hurricanes scored 2 last night. Ducks with 2 in the first period tonight. 4 forwards on the ice plus Keith Yandel. With McDonough and Boyle. Getzlaf and Cogliano, the penalty killing forwards. Ducks control the...
Both these teams have been struggling a little bit offensively. Canadians. Canadians get it. Doing a really good job. Lightning get the face-off. Barbarians with a man advantage. Canadians 6th in penalty killing. 3 games after scoring 3 or better in 8 straight. He said, well, the power play was hot before. He was moving across this morning before the recent 0 for 8 slump. Bill Bullock, Killorn, Drouin, Hedman and Stamkos back. Johnson facing off against Plekanec. And Johnson
marks how players that cheated into that circle from the hash marks. They set up.
Lightning Sharp in the faceoffs, now 7-2 in the period. Canadians get a hold of it in the series. Now 1 for 12. Surgery right there. He's so good with a stick. Getting involved. Canadians win the faceoff. Lightning on their 4th opportunity here. And it's
energy on their power play. So they go to work here with Giordano in the box. Brody, Weidman around the boards and out. Continued on. First power play for the Flames tonight. Power play that scored in 4 of the last. Backlund, Jones, Raymond up front. Diaz, Giordano up top, but he's still able to get that puck through to Niemi. Nice move by Weidman at the line. Stole that pass from. He's a heck of a hockey player. So Pavelski trying to go by what comes out of my mouth too. Minute 25 left in the Wolf penalty. Sharks trying to set it up, but excellent play. Face-off win for the Sharks. Matt Irwin out power play. Monahan can throw Hoodler up front on this unit. Cross. Elbows to the back of the head will send you the box 10 times out of 10. First 2 opportunities. Flames up 3-1. Big kill here for Calgary. Any good games. I think this is the best I've seen him play. He's had a really solid night and is
Hold on to that puck a second longer. Patience with the puck, and then go ahead and drill it up.
Taves, Shaw, Hossa in front of Seabrook. 1-0. Their power play, 2 of them off.
And he catches it on the left side. That's all fundamentals there. Power play. You want to put doubt in their minds? This is the time right now. The school up on the replay inside the United Center, looking up on the. Exactly what happened. He got it, and then he hit it again as it was leaving, and that's what made it.
Hawks get this draw.
Scored 9 short-handed goals as a team, tied for first in the league. Now the draw. Taves won it. Keith's got it.
And over the glove of the Winnipeg Jet netminder.
Jets, they got an opportunity for their first power play. And they've scored 5 in their last 7 games.
For sure. Good strength there from Crawford.
He's going to put the puck in play here real soon. There it is. Here's the draw. Seabrook with time to.
The Hawks with an opportunity here. Second power play of the second period. Forwards were looking for that quick outlet, so looking for an odd man situation.
Rowe and Kruger get ready. Face off Winnipeg.
2 on the power play. It's right here and right now.
Slate
hesitation by Big Buff gave him that opportunity to get the puck in front. Went to the jam play, and they haven't gone to that. And what that does is tender. But as of late, the Hawks have been able to do a good job of keeping them to the outside.